Hey, how's everyone going? How's everyone going? How's it doing, everyone? I know that some of you guys joined my live stream yesterday for the Google Data Analytics I can't talk today. Google Data Analytics Professional Certificate. So I hope that was a helpful session. Today I am back to doing Andrew Ng's course. Pretty much took like a half a week off essentially, but we are back. How's everyone doing? Good morning, Maya. What are you guys studying today? Hey, Sebi, how's it going? Why aren't you studying? Maya, you're studying the Google Data Analytics certificate. Ah, nice. I assume you were in yesterday's session. Awesome. I will keep you accountable. I will keep you accountable. I'm trying to figure out how to get that bot into I'm gonna try to get that bot that like tracks how much time that you actually spend studying into Discord and also into the live stream, but I have not figured it out. So bear with me here. And then you can actually track the amount of time that you do study. Sebi, you're writing a research paper for your course project. Fun. What kind of research paper? I guess like what's the subject? Good morning, Luke. You're gonna try and submit a couple job applications, then I'll work on a Google Analytics certification thingy. Nice. I'm so glad so many of you guys are working on it. Luke and Maya, since you guys are both working on it, you could totally just be accountability partners as well when I'm not live streaming. If you guys like, I think what if I set up a room in a Discord that's specific to the Google Data Analytics certificate, and you guys can like join there? I don't know. I'm just trying to like I'm not trying to intervene or anything. I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible to set people up for success. But yeah, let me know what I can do to help you guys stay more accountable. That's what I was thinking about as well, because I'm super accountable because if I don't show up, you guys are gonna be like, "Where are you, Tina?" Right? So I'm super accountable. But how do you think I can help you guys stay more accountable as well? Hey, beep beep, how's it going? Good evening, Robin. Maya, you're transitioning from a neuroscience undergrad. Oh, nice, nice. Discord is in descriptions. I'll also put it here into the chat. Yeah, do let me know if there's anything else that I can do to help you guys stay more accountable. Still trying to figure out that bot, but maybe there's something else I can do. I should also put what I'm studying in the chat. People are might ask me. Let's see. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. You're a good boy. What I'm studying. Enrique, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Sebi, nothing much. It's just on my course project, which is automated gardening system. Don't know whether to call it research paper or not, but my CLG calls it that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Automated gardening. That's pretty cool. Is it like that actually sounds pretty cool. Are you in like civil engineering or like industrial engineering or something like that? Enrique, you're preparing interviews and uni coursework. Nice. Next assignment is on factor analysis and clustering models. It's so cool. Yeah, it really is. They really are really awesome. And when you're applying them, you just realize how powerful they really are. Against taxes. Cat. Yes. Here's the cat. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. Oh. Beep Beep is really tired these days because the puppy keeps waking him up. Isn't that right, Beep Beep? The puppy just wakes up in the middle of the night and barks, and everybody wakes up. Oh, it's okay. Naveen, it's all shiny. Is it a reflection? What's shiny? Is something shiny? Let me check my actual like video. I don't know what you're talking about. What could you be more specific? I'm not really sure what's shiny. Is it my face? Is my face shiny? If so, I think that's just my face, unfortunately. Sebi, you're about to join a previous stream, but it was at 4:30 and I slept at 3 a.m. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad that you slept. You can always rewatch a stream. I'm also gonna repackage it up if you want to wait maybe like a day or so. I'm gonna take out because it's like an hour and 20 minutes long, so I'm gonna download it and kind of cut out the parts where it's more interactive. So if you just want like a briefer summary. But yeah, that's probably take me like a day to do though. Cool. Shall we get started? Beep beep. Let's not walk all over the computer today. You're a good boy. Good boys don't walk on the computer. Okay. Let's get started. Good. All right, let's go. Break time. How's everyone doing? Hey Lloyd. Well, Meep Meep is having a very stressful day, I think. He seems to be running around in circles and not wanting to sit on my lap today. Poor Meep Meep. Spark Arts, no Meep, only deep learning. I think that's funny. Oh, do you guys see him now? There you go. Good boy. You're a good boy. Are you a little upset today? I'm having some difficulty concentrating today. TBH. I'm very like my brain is not working very well today. Had to go have more tea. Hopefully that will wake me up. If not, I'll go make another cup of tea. Oh, good boy. How was your study sessions? Was it good? Naveen, you know what is better than cancel meeting? Cancel meetings on Friday. I know, right? Thank God it's Friday. Do you guys like I do this thing where I work really hard usually on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday. Oh no, I never started it. Okay, now we have to see, my brain is so not there today. 7 minutes. That seems about right. Um yeah, I work really hard usually on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then when it gets to Thursday and Friday, I'm just like, please, let me just get through today, especially Friday. And then on the weekends, I usually like take time to film videos. I film videos on the weekends, and just like catch up on other stuff. Yep, that is usually how my week goes. No coffee. Career. Salsa cheese. But why would I have cheese? Does cheese make me wake up? I'm pretty sure cheese makes you more sleepy because it has tryptophan in it, I think. Hey Farhan, how's it going? Right, Naveen? It's the weekend vibes already. It really is. Tuesday, Wednesday are the peak performance by default. Everyone has those days. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I think it usually people do schedule it like that. It's hard to be super productive all the time. I think what I struggle with a lot is I feel really guilty when I'm not being productive, and I have to remind myself like if I'm not gonna do anything anyway, there's no point in me pretending to do anything. You know, sometimes when you just sit there and you pretend to work for like a really long time and then you feel too guilty to actually go do something else. That happens to me a lot. I still catch myself doing that because I just feel so guilty that I'm not doing anything. Like today after our study session, I was gonna go and edit the video up. I'm gonna be posting today. And also I wanted to condense the Google Analytics live stream that I did yesterday. But I'm like, I could do that, but I just know I'm not going to be able to concentrate super well. So I think I'm just going to go out for another bike ride. I also have this like this tendency to just cut out my workout sessions where, you know, like relaxation sessions, but it's always a bad idea. I always like somehow convince myself that I need to get more work done. But whenever I cut out those sessions, it just comes back like times 10 and bites me in the ass. And I'm just so exhausted afterwards. So I really need to be able to maintain those sessions where I do go and relax. Yeah. He's purring so loudly though. Sebi, your laptop sucks. Oh yeah, your laptop just crashed, right? Usually the laptop I have right now is pretty good. It's like Asus G14. It's considered like pretty good for what it does. Like I can edit videos on it and do most things on it fine, but it's not super expensive. So if you're looking for a laptop recommendation, that would be my recommendation. Luke, coffee and tea. That's like, isn't that a bit of an overkill if you're drinking coffee and you're drinking tea? Is that a caffeine overload? Uh, that's pretty crazy. Rihita, I was wondering if you know resources for statistics and probability content that would be useful to learn what's expected to know for a data science interview. Go to brilliant.org. That's how I learn stats and probability. There's like specific questions on central limit theorem, basic probability, Bayes, things like that. You can just, if you just do like the little quizzes they have on brilliant.org, I think that you also get a free trial, so you don't actually have to pay for it. So I didn't pay for it. And just do those, and that was completely enough to get me through my interviews. Rita, a bit like mode for SQL. Yep. Check out brilliant.org. Robert Caruco, you've read so much content that I'm now just listening to stuff. Burnout alert. Yo, get yourself outside or do something relaxing. Do whatever it is that you need to relax. Like I get you. I understand that completely. You're just like, I gotta do more things, but nah, like you really need to take a break, or else it's just gonna come back and bite you in the ass as well. Go take a break, man. Um, Farhan, you're gonna go and try and go through Code Academy's data science course. Cool. Well, I hope you can join me in my study sessions too. Rita, you should try matcha latte for energy. That sounds really fancy. How do I make matcha latte by myself? I feel like I don't know how to do that. I like matcha latte, but I would usually go out and get it. I don't know how to do it by myself. Naveen, do you also have some hours that are like, give me anything, and some are like, can't I do this tomorrow later? Yes. Yo, yes. I have this thing where the earlier I do stuff, it's like the earlier I get up is my most productive time. When I eat lunch, that's my thing. If I eat lunch, I'm just dead. Literally, I just like freaking pass out and I can't do anything again until like maybe evening. And then evening time, I have to do things that are more like not really critical thinking. Like if I'm just editing videos and stuff, I can manage that. But if I'm doing anything that's critical thinking or involves me learning, I have to do it before I eat lunch. So the earlier I get up, the better it is. Yeah. I am a morning person. Hey, data professor, thanks for joining. Good morning. I think it's evening for you though, isn't it? Good evening, good afternoon. Chris, is a degree in data science worth it? Yes. Well, if you want to become a data scientist, I think it is pretty worth it. Sorry, I'm like not explaining things very well today. Data science degree is worth it, but make sure that you look into where people end up from the data science degree, because there's also a lot of data science degrees that are kind of just scams, because it's like data science is considered really hot these days. So make sure of that. Rita, I need to buy a milk frother from Amazon and a good quality matcha powder. Oh, that sounds so advanced. You know what? A milk frother? What is a milk frother? Isn't that like those really intense like latte machines that you go to a cafe, you have to get like an entire latte machine thing? And that please explain. Saw cheese got some fat and brains, run on fat works for me. Ah, I guess fair enough. Fair enough. I never thought about that before. Maybe I'll try that too. All right, are we ready for the next Pomodoro? Second one. Come on, we got this. I'm saying that, and I'm really just talking. I'm trying to motivate myself. Come on, Tina, we got this. We can do this. All right, let's go. We're done. How is everybody? How's your study session? Hey, Sod. You could stay here forever. Wish there were 8-hour sessions. I'm gonna be honest here and say that I don't think I would be able to stand 8-hour sessions. I would not be able to. I don't have the attention span. There are people, have you guys like seen some of the like studying channels? Like they go for like 8 hours or 10 hours and they do that every single day. I have no idea how they're able to do that. I was like looking at some of them. Yeah, and they just like freaking study for ages and ages. I'm like, oh God. Very impressive. Very impressive. I am afraid that I do not have the attention span to do that. Yeah, ML by Andrew Ning. Harry, greetings from Greece. Oh, Greece. Another one of the places that I really want to go to. Oh, something that I did want to talk about is okay. So what I realized like going through Andrew Ning's course, I feel like I should do like a mini review, like a mini like review of the course, but I'll just kind of tell you guys so far if you're interested. I realized that a lot of the stuff that he talks about is very like when he's explaining stuff about how a neural network works, for example, it's all super useful, and then it's also like it makes sense. Like I think people should go through it. But then when he talks about like these are the how to like, optimize neural networks, like these are all the things that you can do to make it better and whatnot. I think it's a bit outdated. Like there's so many algorithms now that you can just it's like a plug and chug kind of thing for machine learning that you don't really do a lot of these by hand. Not that you actually like make neural networks by hand anyway, but I think it's useful to have an understanding of what a neural network is, for example, like what logistic regression is and what SVM is. But I don't think it's really necessary now to go through all that implementation of like all the ways that you can go about optimizing it and if you're trying to apply it. So that's kind of my take right now on this course. So another like key because I understand myself very, very well. I know that I knew like starting off that there's gonna come to a point where I'm gonna be like, well, I have enough of this information now. I'm getting bored. Like I'm getting bored just going through all the material because the course is like not very applied at all. And I get bored easily. So now I think is the time for me to start making like doing a project, like doing something based upon the stuff that I'm learning. Because if I just keep going through and trying to I looked at the rest of the course. It's essentially like I'm like halfway through neural networks. Then he's gonna cover SVMs, and then the rest of it is like the applied modules, which in my opinion is pretty outdated. It might not be like the most useful class to take. So I think I'm gonna start thinking about actually using some of these things more. I don't know. But I think I'm not gonna keep going on and just going through the rest of the classes just like, chronologically because I definitely feel myself getting bored and feeling like it's not as applicable. And the amount of information that's coming from it is not really useful anymore. Yep, that is my take. Hey Kalista, how's it going? You need to catch up on another live session of Google Data Analytics course. Yeah, yeah. I'm also thinking. Okay, yeah. I think the Google Data Analytics course is the certificate is really good. It's almost like a really cheap boot camp. So, yeah, I think if you can, definitely check it out. Cameron, have I programmed in Go? No, I have not programmed in Go. Yeah, I mean, that's a lie. I have like 2 lines of code, but I don't think that really counts. That was just because I had to use Go because there's an API that only would let me use Go. but that's about it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna start doing more of the stock classes because I am interested in applying in like trading and in applying some of like the data science perspectives into trading. Yeah, let's see about that. I just know that I can't go for any longer just trying to absorb information, and it's getting less and less productive. The information that's I'm getting from it, I have already covered all the bases of like the ML stuff, like all about how these algorithms work. And I really need to start applying it more. And I gotta follow my own advice, right? When I was telling people how to learn data science in 2021, I'm like, learn the basics and then start applying. And I think that really applies to me as well. Although in my case, I think it's a little different because I almost did it the other way around, just because of how things worked out for me. I've already applied ML more than covering all the mathematical basis around it just because I went through like a CS degree and we do like a lot of applied work in machine learning and just optimizing it, things like that programmatically. So I've already done like quite a few applications of it, but I am really interested in trading, so I'm going to see if I can learn the basics, maybe apply some of these algos, maybe not. We'll see. We will see. Luke, you're going through week 4 of the Google Data Analytics Cert. The workspace console is a little clunky, but it seems to work. Okay. Yeah. Oh, week 4. That's pretty fast. Week 4, course 1, right? Not like course 2. That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, that's really cool. Keep me updated on how it goes. Yeah, Sebi, if you haven't checked it out, I do have a live stream from yesterday that I did where I went through pretty in depth about the Google Data Analytics certificate and also just my tips on how to actually make sure you get it done. Since self-studying itself is pretty hard. Naveen, can you suggest me some good softwares or websites to learn accuracy typing? Lately, my org started to give me Word documents like SOP, so really need that skill now. I am afraid I cannot. Sorry. I don't know personally if any. Maybe someone else does. Sorry, I can't help you with that one. A1. Hey Tina, what do you think is the right time to start a Google Data Analytics certificate? Should I start while I'm still in college or after I graduate? What's your major right now? I think that really matters. And also like what do you want to do? I assume that you want to do data analytics as a job. I think it depends because people who do the certificate probably are looking to get a job in the end. So if you're still in college and you're from like a technical background, I don't know, like in CS or stats or something, and you want to go into like data science, I don't know if it's actually necessary for you to go do the data analytics course until you land a job because you have all the skill sets you need right now to land the job. And then after doing that, you can go through the course and pick up on some of the skills that are useful at the job. So yeah, it kind of depends. But if you already if you come from an unrelated major and you want to get into data analytics, then you should start as soon as possible, because that certificate will help elevate your resume and also get your portfolio started. So you can start when you're applying for jobs, you'll be able to use that on your resume and as part of your application. Kalista, you know, you're from Estonia. Ooh. I used my principal investigator was from Estonia. He was telling me like Estonia seemed really, really beautiful, really cold, and he was telling me that everybody in Estonia is blonde and with blue eyes. Is that true? Um, Kalista, for your interviews, one of them didn't really go well. I should have done more company research, but I really want to try to balance between research and preparing for the behavioral questions. And the other one got canceled even before the interview. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, I mean, a good thing about behavioral questions is that they're going to be the same. So if you prepared for one time for behaviors, then with everything else, they're going to be similar enough. You don't have to do that again. But doing the company research actually helps a lot with the behavioral questions as well, because a lot of the behavioral questions they ask you are going to be related to their company and what their values of that company are. So yeah, doing the company research, I think is really really important, and also gives you a lot more to talk about during the interviews when they ask you like, oh, like what questions do you have for me and things like that. Um, then you'll know how to respond, right? But I'm assuming that the if you had like a technical portion of the interview, I'm assuming it was pretty good, right? Because you didn't say anything about that. Croy sauce, 70 to 80%. What is that referring to? Did I say something that was rude? I was asking for percentages. I don't remember. Sorry. um, hey Aaron, Harshinder, how's it going? I think it's 可爱, right? Oh, that's so cute. 小可爱. What math level you need for being a data analyst? Very minimal math level. I think data analyst math level is far lower than that of a data scientist. I think as long as you know how to do basic statistics, like know what like how experiments work, you should be fine for a data analyst role. Kuftuka, what do you think of data camp? I haven't looked into it too extensively myself, but it seems like one of those. I think data camp is it a? I think it's like a boot camp, right? Let me look that up. I believe there's like so many of them that I kind of forget which one is which. I think is it like a boot camp? Mm, okay, I haven't looked at it too extensively myself, but I think if your goal is to get a job, look at where people get hired after a data camp. Like, do they actually get hired? And if they do, then that means it's a good program. If they don't, then that is something to be aware of. Because I don't think you should pay just to acquire information. You can totally just do Coursera and gather all the information that you want for free. It's more about the getting a job perspective that something like data camp would be helpful with. Yep. Naveen, one more. How much percent of time you give to data cleaning and EDA out of the whole project? You mean at my job or at like projects in general? If it's projects in general, ooh, I think I give like I freaking like 40% to data cleaning and EDA, usually 40-50%. The actual like analytics portion of it is usually not too much of it. It's a lot of the exploratory data analysis that takes a long time. At my job though, because I work at a bigger tech company, we have like dedicated data engineers that do the data cleaning. So my time is mostly on EDA, and even with EDA, it's not as extensive because they're already very well documented by data engineers. Habib, it's referred to as Estonian blondes. True. Yeah, so maybe they are all blonde in Estonia. Everybody is blonde and has blue eyes. That's what my PI told me. So I'm like, okay. You're welcome. 小可爱. Kalista, you have a technical assessment before the interview. Oh, I see. So the interview was like supposed to be very behavioral based, right? Yeah. Then definitely company research is super important. I'm glad that the technical assessment went well though. Um, Julius, he was being sarcastic that everyone has blue eyes. Fair enough, fair enough. I think he was not being sarcastic. I think he was being more like a generalization. Like there's a lot more people. Most people seem to have blue eyes and blonde hair. He was trying to explain that in Estonia, it's like not super diverse, and everybody is very homogenous in terms of the way that they look. I think that's what he was trying to get at. Because we were in Toronto at that time, and Toronto is like super diverse. Yep. Um, Kalista, is the Google Data Analytics course free? It is free to learn. If you want to get the certificate, it's $39 per month, which is a pretty good steal. So if you're just learning, I don't think you should pay for it. I just audited the course to go through it and look through it with you guys. It's only really valuable to actually pay for it if you're looking to whatchamacallit, I can't even talk, get a job, or I think for the capstone project, you might have to pay for it if you want to get help for it or something like that, but you don't have to pay for every single, like you can only pay for a certain amount of time. Maybe just do like a 1 month period in which you can get help with the capstone project and do those things if you're interested in that. For Han, you have a technical interview, and one of the questions they asked was, in a given set of numbers, how can we find the number of integer pairs that add up 32? In a given set of numbers, how can we find a number of integer pairs? This is a coding question, right? It sounds like a coding question. I think this is actually a pretty so looping it over would be the like dumb way of doing it, and I think you can use a hash table or a dictionary in order to store the values. Yeah, that sounds like a leak code question. Hashinder, you like my live classes? Well, what's a live? Wait, as in like you like my study with me live sessions, or do you like my when I talk about like the Google certificate kind of thing? Let me know. By the way, do you guys like it when I go live? For those of you that actually joined the certificate live session yesterday, I really like going live, but I feel like I don't know if people actually want to hear me talk for such long periods of time. If you guys do, let me know what other suggestions you have for going live because I really, really like going live and it's faster. I can get back to you guys faster and push content out than me editing videos. Because when I do a full like a video, even if it's just like a 10-minute or 8-minute video, it takes me like 10 plus hours to film it, to edit it, and do all those things. But going live, I can just like chat with you guys really naturally. So I really like going live because of that aspect, and just I just like talking to people in general. So yeah, if you like it, let me know. Let me know also what you think could be useful, like what you want to see me talk about live. um Xiao, your English is so good. I wish I can speak like you. Any tips on learning English? I think that's not fair because my English is so good because it's essentially my mother language. Like it's essentially my first language. Yes, I learned Chinese first, but I quickly like I was like speaking English by the time I was like 3 or 4. So I think it's not really fair for me to say like, oh, I like learn English. So yeah. That's my secret. Learn English when you're young. I don't know how helpful that would be. I feel like just in general learning languages though, Xiao Kai, we should chat sometime because my Chinese is not very good. Over time my Chinese has degenerated a lot over time just because I don't really speak Chinese that much to anyone anymore except for my parents. And my reading and writing in Chinese is completely atrocious. I've been looking into starting like a social media account, like Chinese social media account, like Bilibili or something like that. And also like Dedao, I think it's called. But my Chinese sucks so bad. I just like, I don't know if I started talking in Chinese, if anybody would listen to me because I probably sound like, I don't know, very very uneducated, I guess. But yeah. For Han, they say no programming experience required, so I was kind of stuck. Well, okay, that sounds like a legal question. I think you're referring to the question about finding 32 pair of numbers. You would like loop through it, right? You can logically, it's like you loop through each one, store the value of each of those pairs, and then in the end, you can just do a counter to do it. Like it's not technically programming per se. It's just like it's how logically you would be able to do it. But then usually lead code style questions are like you go over this kind of logical steps of how to do something and then programmatically write it down. So in your case, like if you don't know how to do it, Google it. I think it's a really common question from lead code, and then someone will help explain it. Enrique, how did my study go? Yeah, thanks for asking. I can feel myself getting bored, truthfully, like going through the engineering course. I feel like I've already covered the basis of the material that I wanted to cover, which was getting a better mathematical understanding of how the common algorithms work under the hood. But it's getting to a point where where engineering is going through material it's like supposed to be more applied, but this course was literally 10 years ago. So the application that he's referring to is not super relevant to us. Like nobody's gonna go use Octave these days. It's very like Python based, right? There's like packages that does the optimizations. So I think I might not I think I might. I will start learning more about trading in the stock market because I'm interested in applying ML stuff and just like data science in general into trading. So I'm going to learn more of the basis of that stuff and try to combine them together. So I'm not going to try to just consume more information from engineering's course. It's my own advice, right? Learn just enough so that you can do a project. Um, let's see. Yeah, Naveen, totally. That's completely true. Every time you see a loop, try hash map and heap. Easy advice for competitive programming optimization problems. Yep. That's completely true. And they said like for Han, he said if they say like no programming experience required, what a hash map and a heap does is just a way of storing information. So instead of looping stuff over, you can just store information that you've already previously seen. I think just if you just Google the question, you'll see like much better explained solutions to it. Uh, Sebi, you'd be down for my live stream, but time zones. True. I said I did that at night. Maybe I can do them in the mornings. I like for me it's like mornings or nights. Those in terms of like central time. Those are the times that I can do. Uh Enrique. Yep, learning Hongzi, that's funny. Find a Chinese boyfriend. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Xiaokai? I think Xiaokai doesn't need a Chinese boyfriend if you are a female. I don't know if you're female or male because they already speak Chinese. Or if you're talking to me. Yeah, maybe not maybe I should. That will definitely help my Chinese, but I don't know if that's a good approach of finding a boyfriend. It's like I must find a Chinese boyfriend so that I can improve my Chinese skills. I don't know if that's the best way of doing things. um Sebi, yeah, your mother tongue has started to really suck as well. I know it's I don't really use Chinese anymore. So especially when it comes to stuff like data science or like more technical terms, I don't even know how to say it in Chinese. I only know how to say it in English. Um, Harshinder, can you speak some sentences in Chinese? What should I speak in Chinese? You have to tell me what to say. You're putting me on the spot. I don't know what to say now. Oh shit. I literally don't know what to say. Tell me what to say. I'll say it in Chinese. um Kalista. Aaron, what do you think about these data scientist associations like Charter DS? I don't really know what that is, I'm afraid. So I might not be the best person to ask for that. Like, what's the purpose of having a data science association? I'm not really sure about that. Uh, Naveen, you have a nice day. Happy weekend. I'll see you into algorithmic trading too. Awesome. Yeah, let me know how if that's what I'm looking into as well. Although I'm starting with more traditional trading for now. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining. Kalista, live stream in Chinese. Yeah, you speak Chinese too, right? You're Singapore. Was it Singapore? Kalista, Singapore, right? I should. If I live stream in Chinese, most of my audience don't speak Chinese. That'd be pretty awkward. Harshinder, I like Chinese. Can you say it in Chinese? 我喜欢中文. That's how you say it in Chinese. um. All right, you guys. I am probably gonna head out soon. I'm probably gonna go for a bike ride today. It's a nice day. And then start my day at work after that. Hope to see you guys next week in this study session that I'll be doing. I will start doing more of the trading course. The trading course starting next week. So the course didn't look too long, so I'll probably finish that. I want to say in like a couple weeks, and then I'm gonna start actually like doing stuff. All right, I'm gonna head out now. Oh, Krosos, how's the puppy doing? He's doing better. He just he's doing a lot better. Like he doesn't wake up as much during the night, but he still wakes up sometimes during the night, and he's still not potty trained. I'm trying to teach him how to not poop in the house right now. But he's still I think he knows he's not supposed to poop in the house, but sometimes he just can't control himself. and tell me in time that he needs to go poop, so he still poops. But yeah, that's how he's going though. He's very cute. I'll bring him one day when he is fully potty trained. I'm gonna go now. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.